It's just pouring buckets of rain again. Just pouring. Yeah, pouring rain. We got another rainfall warning of all things. But the good thing is all the snow is gone. All the snow is melted. But with the snow melt and the rain, we're going to get more flooding again. Wonderful. Just what we need, more flooding over here. Wow, this is crazy. Oh well, it's going to be a stay-at-home day, I think. Just, I don't know, stay at home, have some hot chocolate, and just chill out. Maybe tell my dog some stories or something. Oh boy, oh well. What do you do when you live in a shoe and smell like a sock? You move to a boot and get laced. Anyway, I'm going inside and warming up again. It's just wet more than anything, not cold, wet. And there's the queen of the house. She's just doing her thing. Just lying around sleeping, so I don't know. Might be just a stay-at-home day. We will find out. See you in a bit. Where's those doggies? Where's the bunnies? Where's the doggies? Where's the kitty cats? They're going. Oh. So that's kind of partly what I was talking about in another episode is Vancouver Island. We'll never run out of fresh water. It rains too much over here. There's always fresh water here. It's actually not even cold today. It's like, it must be 50 degrees at least because, yeah, I've got my heater off. I don't need the heater at all. It's temperature is stabilized in here, so don't need any heat today. It's that warm. Goes up and down. So I don't know. Just want to stay home because the rain's coming down like cats and dogs, kitty cats and doggies, kitty cats and doggies. Yeah, kitty cats and doggies. Where are those kitty cats and doggies, huh? Finally got you moving, eh? Anyway, yeah. So yeah, yesterday I was watching, I guess my favorite YouTuber, and doing a live stream yesterday, and talking again about pooping when you live in a tiny place like a van or something like that, living on the road, pooping. He was getting tired of talking about it, and I don't blame him. But funny thing is people that live in houses or they don't. Yeah, and when you're only used to living in houses, you don't think about these things until you either have to or want to. Live in a van or a camper or a cargo van or something, a cube van, and live on the road kind of thing. But yeah, my I started seeing the writing on the wall in 2016. I was living in an apartment with basically a kind of a rental freeze kind of thing because really good landlord, old guy, owned the place for 35 years, got sick with cancer and basically had to sell and deal with his situation. But it was bought up by a real estate company, and all of a sudden they're kicking people out and then refurbishing and putting the rent up 150% and that sort of thing. So I saw the writing on the wall and I knew things were happening, and it ended up I moved out of there, and I started living in one of my Forerunners. I had 4 Toyota Forerunners at the time. I ended up selling 3 of them in the end, but yeah, I started by partly living in the Toyota Forerunner, and then I was bouncing from cabin to cabin or motel to motel, tent to tent. It was a little bit of a bounce, but I was started around 2016 when I thought, I'm gonna have to start living on the road because this rental situation on the island is stupid, ridiculous. So I kept trying to figure out one way of doing something, and just kept bouncing, and I couldn't always have money to just go and buy something to live in. It wasn't a choice for me, but and then I just got lucky getting this place here in the end. But yeah, when I first started, I 2016 to 2018. You know, first of all, in the Toyota and that, I'm out in the wilderness and that, so it wasn't a big problem pooping. You know, I was out in the wilderness, no one around, so I'd just go out in the wilderness and poop out there, dig a hole, poop, bury it. And that wasn't it. That wasn't a problem, but it was when I started bouncing, and one time I'd be here, one time I'd be there, and this one time I was living in this trailer, and it was a dumpy piece of crap trailer. It was, you know, leaky and everything. It was just a stopover kind of thing. Anyway, at that point, I was in a position where I needed to figure out a way of pooping in that. It was tricky. I didn't have the wilderness right beside me and everything like that, so I ended up I got a big, one of those big white buckets with a lid on it, and put a white plastic garbage bag in it, started pooping in there and then disposing of it. And, you know, coming from living in a house in that situation, and then, you know, sort of suddenly ending up living on something on the road, and you have to figure out how to deal with your functions and stuff. At first I was like, kind of felt mortified. I was like, oh man, if everyone that I know that lives in houses and whatever, normal lives, so to speak, you know, saw me or realized I was pooping in a bucket and that sort of thing, you know, if they found out, I'd be mortified. They'd be laughing at me and stuff. And anyway, it was so I was kind of feeling weird and funny about it, thinking, oh, I'm weird, and you know, this is not right and whatever. And then all of a sudden I started seeing more and more YouTubers out there in the van life and all that kind of stuff, being on the road in some kind of a unit. And everybody and their dog are pooping in buckets. And it's like, oh, okay, well, then I'm not strange. I'm not weird. This is normal stuff. So it's kind of funny. And it's interesting because once you've been living the life and having to deal with these issues, you know, you kind of forget about it and it just becomes natural and normal. But the people that haven't lived this kind of life in a vehicle and only lived in houses and stuff, they just, a lot of them don't get it. And it seems weird, I guess. And that's why they keep asking questions about it. And, yeah, it's kind of strange. Yeah, because, you know, when I was a lot younger, growing up in that, and, you know, living in a house with parents and all that, you know, most of the time people didn't go around talking about pooping, really, not much, not really, unless they're drunk. Anyway, another story, but, yeah, it's kind of one of those subjects that, you know, you live in a certain situation, and it's not some subject that's a big issue where you talk about or you have to deal with, but living on your wheels on the road, it's just a totally different story, and you just kind of have to get used to it and doing it, and it becomes second nature. And then you almost kind of wonder why people out there are asking you, where do you poop when you live in your van, in your soccer mom van or something, or a pickup truck with a camper. It's kind of funny, but anyway, I thought that was interesting. I can hardly believe it. It's actually raining even harder now. It's almost hard to believe that it can rain harder. Wow, it's really coming down. There's going to be some flooding going on again. I'm going to maybe go out and have a look around and see what's going on out there in a while, maybe. I'm going to have something to eat, though. Have some breakfast and then think about going out and looking around. Crazy amounts of rain, crazy. I just had to come down the bridge at Little Qualicum here, Little Qualicum River. Just have a see. This is a really good indication of how much water we have runoff and how close we are to flooding. So that's the other side of the bank over there. You can see it's just coming to the tip of the top of the bank there. It's pretty deep. Yeah, there's a lot of runoff, a lot of snow melt and rain. And it's getting pretty high, That little rocky piece over there is not usually that much covered. It's usually more wide open than that. A lot of water coming through there, and you can see maybe from here how close it's getting to the top of those rocks over there. I'm just going to walk over there and get a better view from up close over there. So now we're coming down the side here, along the edge of the river here, and right in the edge of the campground here, Cedar Grove Campground. As you can see how high the water's getting here. It's getting near, getting closer and closer to the top of those rocks over there. Once it ends up spilling up over there, then this campground and the one next door, Riverside Resort over there, they all get flooded. And if we're gonna get that 50 centimeters or whatever it is of rain we're expecting to get over the next 24 hours, this is definitely gonna flood over. It's getting up there again. It was up this high before the last time it flooded, I don't know, 2 months ago or something like that. So we're gonna keep our eye on this and see how much rain we get and see how much flooding goes on. But yeah, this is a lot of water for the little Qualicum here. And as you can see, it comes down there and it hits this curve corner here. So when a ton of water comes down there and hits this, it backs up real fast. So yeah, we're definitely have to keep our eyeball on this. Yeah. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. This is another indicator of the water level and flooding and all that is you've been here before. This is baby's favorite walkie spot, the pond down here at the bottom of Laburnum Hill here. But you see the trail all along the edge. You can see how it's flooded right past the tree line and everything, a few feet and everything. And the trail is normally grassy going through the middle there. Is all flooded over. Every one of those sections, every one of these sections in between are just flooded. Normally you can step through there, not too much problem. There might be like at most half an inch of water, barely. But usually the cement is dry through each one of those channels. But it's flooding up real good, so the water's backing up real good. This is getting into flooding conditions. So you can see this was all grass and fully walkable, like well above water before. So it's coming. Like I said, if we get another, I think it was 50 centimeters of rain or something like that over 24 hours. Can't remember what. If we get any more, it's definitely going to flood the river over. The river's on that side now. A little Qualicum River over there and the resort. So yep, we'll just watch. We'll get a bunch of snow. It's going to flood. So keep our eyes on that. Anyway, we got to finish doing our walkies. That's why we come here. Right, baby? Okay, we'll talk to you soon. We just stopped down at the beach, at the seawall here in Qualicum, just to look out and see the view kind of thing. But I was just showing you that people walk up and down here all year round, no matter what the weather is. It doesn't matter. We're going to walk up and down here. Anyway, it's nice just to sit in a nice warm toasty car with the heat on and look out your window and look at the view. But I just thought I'd show you that people walk up and down here all year round, no matter what. Yeah. Anyway, ciao for now. See? Here comes another brave foot soldier. People walking up and down here constantly. And she barks at them all. What a jerk. And even more weather warriors, yep. All year round. Why wouldn't you come to a place like this? And they bring the whole family. Yep, everyone comes out. And this one barks at them all. Wow. What a douche. And more people. And sometimes I think I should leave someone at home so I can enjoy the view. You know, you're the most adorable thing on wheels, but sometimes you can be the most vicious little monster. And you know it. And you know it. Yeah. You and your loud mouth. Okay, let's just enjoy the view from now on, please. Thank you. I thought I'd bring you down here. This is another place that a lot of people come down to all year round, including some of the van lifers. Yeah, this is the Brant viewing station I've mentioned before. I brought you down here before. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful weather out. I'm just in a light jacket, very light jacket. And it's just beautiful down here. I'm coming in on the rocks behind the viewing station. But people come down here, it's not all about the Brants once a year. It's just a beautiful, beautiful spot. And people, there's walking up and down the beach here. I just saw people walking up and down the beach. It was beautiful, beautiful. Kind of gray and you can't see any of the mainland or other islands or anything like that, but heck, it's just beautiful out here, and you got the sound of the surf and everything like that. And just beautiful. This is definitely beautiful, supernatural, Vancouver Island, BC. Why wouldn't you want to stay here and live here forever? Maybe a little more close and personal. You coming? Well, that's supernatural Vancouver Island, British Columbia. I mean, why wouldn't you want to live in a place like this instead of all those frozen places in Canada? Yeah, that's why I stay here. That's why we all stay here. Right, baby? Right, baby? Huh? You good back there? Okay, let's go home now. Ciao. Well, there's only one thing left to do today, isn't there, baby? Right, baby? Huh? You know what that is. And that thing would be to stay in, stay dry and warm, and have yourself a cauldron of hot chocolate. A cauldron from the Cauldron Cafe. Yeah, have yourself a cauldron of hot chocolate. That's the thing to do. So that's what we're going to do, right, baby? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's warm and good. Yum. Oh. Okay, well, that was January 12th, 2022. Right, baby? Yeah. Oh, time to go to sleep, I guess. Wait for another day. I don't care if it's only 4:30 in the afternoon. It's dark outside, and seniors go to bed when it's dark. So, good night. Thanks, baby.